Hey YouTube, it's Tone Tiger here, Cece. Coming in for week 3 post-op update. Everything is still going very smoothly. Last week I transitioned over to soft foods, and I was pretty excited about that because I had been getting really tired of the shakes. I still do a shake in the morning, but at least now I can have foods, and it's just nice to be able to eat something. So I'll start with the numbers. When I started the journey back in December, I was 250. Well, I was 240, 248 or 249. My highest weight ever was 255. Actually, my highest weight during pregnancy was like 285, but we won't go there. So really, 255, not pregnant. But 248, give or take. On the day of surgery, on July 15th, I was 235. And last week I was 215.2, and, or no, gosh, I don't even remember. No, 220.2, sorry. And today I'm 215.8. So that's a 4.4 pound loss. I was pretty happy because I was, a little worried. Everyone always talks about the 3-week stall, and I guess I assumed, maybe when you transition from eating nothing but shakes over to eating food, that maybe that might happen. And so I was pleasantly surprised that it did not happen. However, for me personally, I'm not going to say that part of mine couldn't be contributed a little bit to stress because, like I said last week, my life is in a bit of turmoil, so it could be part of that. However, I'm not going to say also that it's not partially due to the diet, because it is hard to eat. I measure my food out. I get my little measuring cups, and I measure out my food, whatever it is I'm eating. And I measure out. She said I could eat anywhere between 1/4 of a cup and 1/3 of a cup. And honestly, it depends on what it is I'm going to eat, as to whether it is, if it's a soup, I'll get 1/3 of a cup, and I can typically get most of that 1/3 of a cup in without too much of a struggle. It really depends on the soup, though, because I got 2 types of soup. I got a tomato soup, and I'm able to get most of that 1/3 of a cup in. However, I got a mushroom soup, and I found that I could only get about 1/4 of a cup of that in. The first time I tried it, it was rather chunky, and I did not grind up the chunky bits. I tried chewing them, and I could barely even get 1/4. It was hard to even get the 1/4 of a cup in. So the next time I ground it up really good in my blender, and I was able to get in the full 1/4 of a cup fine. I was really full. It was a very heavy soup, so I wasn't able to eat a full 1/3 of a cup like I can with the tomato soup. Also with like other foods, like I had yesterday, we had a birthday party for my little 3-year-old who just turned 3 a couple of weeks ago, and I told my parents who were helping to host it, there's not going to be much I can eat, but maybe if you do like baked beans or something, I can eat that. So I ate baked beans, and I got myself a little 1/4 of a cup of baked beans, and I ate that, but I wasn't able to eat the whole 1/4 of a cup of baked beans, and I didn't mush them up. I just chewed them really well in my mouth. But yeah, I got full really quickly off of 1/4 of a cup of baked beans. So it depends on the consistency of the food, as to whether or not I can eat 1/4 of a cup versus 1/3 of a cup, it seems. I made the World According to Eggface. I made the ricotta bake off of that website. It's really, really good. I want to eat it. I want to eat way more than I can. But it definitely satisfies the savory flavor even better than, you know, the soups and the I don't know, it has that Italian flair to it that's really, really good. Again, I can only eat about a quarter of a cup of it, but it's really good. And I've found that I can only eat about twice a day of real food. And then I have a shake in the morning, and the shake that I have, I've been using amplified Reusable from GNC, and so that gives me two scoops gives me 40 grams of protein in the morning, so that I'm able to get, you know, a good amount of protein in first thing in the morning, so that the rest of my day isn't totally, you know, I'm not totally freaking out on trying to get my protein in. So I'm typically still getting anywhere between 50 and 70 grams of protein, depending on what I eat. If I eat that ricotta bake at night, I'm hitting 70, sometimes 80 grams, because the amplified Reusable with the soy milk is almost 50 grams of protein for one shake, and the ricotta bake is like 16 grams of protein, I believe, for 2 ounces, so which is a quarter of a cup. So that right there is, you know, almost 70 grams, and then if I eat anything else, you know, that just adds to it. So yeah, I'm getting at least 60 grams, if not more, of protein per day. Sometimes only 50 though, you know, because some days I don't eat that, you know, that ricotta bake, because, you know, I just don't want to eat it every day. I mean, geez. But it is really good. I'm not going to lie. The first day I was on solids, I ate an egg, and it was surprising to me to fry, you know, not fry it, but like scramble up an egg and only be able to eat half. Yeah, that was shocking, but, you know, my doctor just kind of laughed at me. He's like, yeah, that's the way it goes. And I was like, yeah, that's, you know, I mean, he was happily surprised to hear that I'm not having trouble getting water down. However, I did notice with the little cups, and I didn't bring my water bottle with me to show you, but with the little cups, I was noticing that I wasn't doing as well getting my water in. I was only getting 4 to 5 cups of water a day. So I've switched to a bigger water bottle. I was out one day, and I realized I hadn't gotten a lot of water in, so I bought myself a water bottle. And I don't typically do that because, I mean, I'm not like this tree hugger of any sorts, but at the same time, I don't like adding to, you know, the whole idea of, you know, I like to recycle. So I don't like adding to it. So we have reusable water bottles. So anyway, I don't like adding to that picture of, you know, the world refuse problem. But anyway, I bought a water bottle, and I realized I was doing better drinking out of that. You know, a 16 or 20 ounce bottle. I don't remember how big it was. And so I refilled that twice and drank that twice, and that I did better that day drinking out of that. So I had another water bottle at home, a reusable one, that's 18 ounces. That's basically the same shape, but it's, you know, it's a washable one. So I decided to start drinking out of that, and so far I've been able to drink 3 of those a day, and 18 ounces times 3 is, I don't know, do the math, but it's gotten better, because before I was only getting, you know, 30 to 40 ounces of water a day, and that's not even half of what I'm supposed to be getting. So I still drink out of that little cup in the morning. I get about 2 of those in the morning before I start my shake, because I get up early enough that, you know, I want to be able to start my water intake before, like, the kids get up, and I drink out of that to, like, take my vitamins and stuff. So I use that little cup in the morning, and sometimes at night, like after I'm in bed, I'll use that because it's easier to drink out of that than it is the bigger water bottle. But yeah, I found that if I use the bigger water bottle, I drink more. So yeah, that helped. Otherwise, things are still going well, at least as far as from the surgery's perspective. Life is still in turmoil, but that's my own making, and we'll get through it. So I don't have anything more to report. The support group is tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to going to that. And because I know that this is very, very premature, but I know that the plastic surgeon is going to be there tomorrow speaking, so I can't wait to hear what he has to say. I don't have a whole lot of NSVs at this point because I haven't really been paying attention just because of turmoil. The only ones I can think of have to do with my legs. My legs are really, really bony and spindly, and I've noticed when I'm sleeping that they are uncomfortable. I tend to sleep on my side a lot, and my knees bother me, because they lay together. Also, in the shower, shaving, trying to shave my knees, they are so bony. I can't figure out how to shave my knees for the life of me. It's insane. And I've noticed that my shoes are loose. I have loose shoes. So I've obviously lost. I can tell I'm losing weight in my clothes, obviously, because my clothes are fitting much looser. I'm not at all willing to go out and shop for new clothes by any means. That will happen at some point, but until then, I'm just going to keep hiking them up and maybe put a belt on or something, but I'm willing to wear baggy clothes, I don't care. But yeah, I've noticed that my shoes are looser, so I don't care. It works. But yeah, I've all noticed it from the, legs down, the knees down. That's where I've noticed all my NSVs. I have gotten a few compliments from people saying that they can tell I've lost weight, but nothing too much, and it's fine. I'm not expecting it. I'm certainly not, out looking for compliments. It is what it is. So, but yeah, I feel good. That's for sure. I feel really good. I'm just, plugging along. So, loving the journey so far. I'm excited to start the next stage, but I still have, I think, 2 more weeks on soft foods. I think, today is the 5th, and I have 11 more days on soft foods. So, almost 2 weeks. So, so I will be in next week to update on my numbers. And until then, I will talk to y'all later, okay? Bye, YouTube.